look up on my back door. I look and I can't find my daughter.
Can't find what?
My daughter.
Okay, what's your address?
Green Lane. Yes.
What's the numerical?
The miracle, what's that?
The number? Green Lane?
Yeah.
Okay, when did you last see her?
We just, like, you know, it was about 10 o'clock. She's screaming.
Okay, how old is your daughter?
She's 5.
Okay, what was she last seen wearing? Ma'am?
It was a bomber. It was sleeping.
Okay, alright. You said your back door was wide open?
Yes, it was brick. Like a brick bomber. So, like, when I was asleep, it was not like that.
Okay, the back door, listen to me, your back door was wide open. What are you talking about, a brick?
Yes.
What is the brick?
It's on the back door on the stairs. Like, it was like a walkway.
Uh-huh. And there was a brick laying there?
Yes, it's still there.
We got him coming, Tom. We got him coming.
What's coming?
Okay, what's the color of your house, ma'am?
It's blue.
It's blue? Okay. Okay, what does she look like? How tall is she? Give me some description of her.
Long hair, curly, like hair.
Long, curled, what color?
She's white.
Okay, what color hair? Brown hair?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so old.
Okay, how tall is she about? Or how much does she weigh? Do you know that?
Huh?
About how tall or how much does she weigh?
Like 4 something, like, I don't know, like, she's not that tall.
Tell your husband we got him coming, okay?
Okay.
How much does she weigh? Do you know?
Huh?
How much does she weigh?
Like 40, 50 pounds.
40 to 60 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get your name and phone number.
My name is...
Spell your last name? Okay, was your back door locked, do you know?
Yes, but that's what always been locked. Yeah, I need somebody to get here now.
Okay, let me speak to him so he
can... Yeah. I just got home from work. My 5-year-old daughter is gone. I need somebody to be here now.
Listen to me. We got 2 officers.
If I find whoever has my daughter before y'all do, I'm killing them. I don't care. I'll spend the rest of my life in prison. I'm telling you, you can put it on record and I don't care.
Okay, it's okay, sir. We got him on the way. Okay, can you give me what kind of description of her pajamas that she was wearing? Okay, sir, we got him coming, okay?
Hello?
Okay, sir, let me talk to your wife. So let me get some information from her. Okay. Can I talk to her? Okay.
How the fuck you with my dog?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to me. I need you to answer some questions. Does the door look like it was pried open?
Yeah.
Does it look like you had some sort of someone try to enter into your house?
Hold on.
And another thing, make sure you and your husband don't touch the door anymore. Don't mess with the door or anything.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like it is?
No.
Okay, now listen. Tell your husband do not touch anything. Make sure because we're going to try to get a canine out there. Okay?
She said don't touch anything because they're bringing canine out here. They go to motherfucking bring something in. Don't find out motherfucking candy. I don't give a fuck about prison. Prison don't scare me.
Okay, we understand. We got him on the way, okay? What's her name? How do you spell her first name? What's her middle name?
Yeah.
And the spelling of the last name is...
Well, that's my last name. That's not hers. Her name is... Where'd you...
What's her date of birth?
I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
Okay, well, tell them we understand. We need to get her date of birth.
What's her date of birth? Fucking date of birth is we need to find her. Fuck her date of birth.
Okay, listen to me. I'm getting this information. I'm not the officer driving out there, okay? They're coming out there to handle that situation. I need to gather all information from you over the phone. It has nothing to do with me driving out there. The officers are taking care of that, okay? They're coming out there, okay? Okay. I'm going to stay on the phone with you, okay?
Okay.
Until they get there, all right. Hang on. Tell him we got him coming. He needs to try to calm down a little bit, okay? The officers are going to come out there and do what they can. We can't have him screaming and yelling at the officers whenever they get there, okay?
You got better people to talk to than a fucking motherfucker that ain't coming.
The sheriff's office has said for months Misty is the key to the case. The sheriff's office said in a release, the investigation is far too important to be jeopardized by releasing this type of sensitive information. At a recent memorial service, some of Haleigh's relatives still hold out hope she'll come back alive, even though investigators say it is a death investigation.
And you think she's responsible? Yeah, she had her.
Her going missing?
Nothing at all about Haleigh going missing.
Misty Croslin was even given a stress test, which she reportedly failed.
Would never hurt her. If I knew for her, I would have told. I don't know why somebody would take her. She ain't done nothing wrong. Just bring her back. Would never hurt her. If I knew for her, I would have told. She's responsible.
Pretty good feeling what happened, or Misty was somewhere she shouldn't have been. And when I was
Scared. cold.
With canine teams and divers searching the nearby. Haleigh lived with her father, Ronald Cummings, in Satsuma, Florida. Ronald told police his 17-year-old girlfriend was watching Haleigh and her 3-year-old brother while he was at work. When he got home at 3 a.m., the back door was open and Haleigh was gone.
Sometimes, as you saw in the story, he just looked out of it. I never saw him be that rude, but he became less and less approachable. All of them became less approachable as it went on and on and on.
So, Misty, for a second, she was the last person to see Haleigh alive, and it was clear that investigators from the get-go weren't buying her story. So why didn't they take her into custody right away to kind of turn up the heat on her? Do we know the answer to that?
That's a good question, and I guess they didn't have probable cause. And she kept spinning her story, and it changed. It was never consistent. But to answer your question directly, I don't know why they didn't take her into custody. And I know that they worked her in terms of trying to get information out of her hard. I know that a different agency, as you saw in the story, did this polygraph test. It showed that she was lying. And I don't know. I think only these detectives know. But it was, from our point of view, it was like maddening. Someone's got to know.
Someone knows. Someone knows something.
Yeah.
They're just not saying. Late last year, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released an aged progression photo of Haleigh showing what she would look like today, 10 years after the fact. So it's clear that investigators are still working this case pretty hard.
I read an article where the lead detective was interviewed, and he just said it's so sad that they weren't able to find Haleigh, and you could tell it broke his heart. So they have not forgotten Haleigh. And I often wonder, because I covered a story similar to this, and in the end, the little girl's remains were found. A construction company was digging up ground for a new subdivision, and 8 years after her disappearance, her remains were found.
Wow.
So sometimes I wonder if that's going to happen. And I think sometimes the family hopes maybe she's still alive.